Hey there, good evening, everybody. Just want to do a quick demo of Challenger duck calls. This is my personal Challenger that I've been hunting with since about '07, '08. The logo is just about gone on it. It does say Challenger duck calls and has the spec and the pintail and the mallard and all that. Well, I'm just going to do a demo and then I'll tell a little bit about how I come to have this Challenger and all that. So anyway. Now that scenario just kind of walked through in my imagination. If I were in the flooded timber with some low wind and with some spooky ducks, make two or three passes and then get down like they're going to do it, and then pick back up for whatever reason, and then you may have noticed me get kind of quieter and quieter, and then really bark at them, hey, come back, and the reason I'm doing that, apart from being in that situation quite a bit, is to be able to catch their attention at a fair distance and be able to walk them in, but not continue to, blow loud when they get closer. The Challenger, I noticed right away, had a lot of versatility in how loud it could be, and you could also blow diverse notes at a lower volume, which admittedly can get kind of difficult, especially with as your reed thickness goes up, depending on how hard you're comfortable blowing and all that, it can be a little more difficult to achieve, notes at a quieter volume, if you will. The Challenger was good for that. You could just about reach out and grab them in the stratosphere or break your hunting partner's teeth next to you, just by blowing in his direction. But also finesse them in. Anyway, hopefully that demonstrated a little bit. Now that's just me blowing naturally. What's natural to me may be a little different than to you. I'm a meat hunter. I like to kill ducks. I'm not a competition caller. Don't have any trophies for anything like that. My trophies tend to be opening the freezer, and I've got some meat there when I'm ready to have some duck sauce pecan or something like that. So anyway, Challenger. Previous to this, I started out with a Haydell DR85 and blew that for a while, and kind of graduated from there into a Jeff Foles Migrator straight meat mallard camo. Not sure if it was acrylic or not. Some kind of harder material than just polycarb, but it was loud, and I was getting fairly good with it. And there was an accident one morning, and I went to grab my call and the barrel was there and the insert was gone. So I was kind of in a pickle, and just so happens a week or so before that, I was in Diamond Gun in Swartz, Louisiana, or Lakeshore, depending on how local you are. I'm not sure exactly if it's technically Lakeshore or Swartz, but it's in the great state of Monroe, Louisiana. But anyway, so they had a little basket there, had some clearance items that they had found in the back, and decided to mark $2 per item, whatever was in the basket. And there was a couple of duck calls in there. So I said $2 is, that's definitely worth giving it a try. And it happened to be the Challenger duck call, which I was not familiar with at all. And took it home and promptly tried to blow it, and I really did terribly with it. And my neighbor across the street, God rest his soul, he's dead now, but you can Google his name. Was Johnny Woodard of local Northeast Louisiana provenance in the waterfowl community. And if you get bored one day, Google his name. You might have some interesting things to read there. Or if you're from here, you might know some stories. So anyhow, Johnny heard me trying to blow this call and came over. Now Johnny was a very well seasoned waterfowler and could blow cut downs and all that stuff, and was really good at it. So he came over and banged on my door and said, "What are you doing in there?" And so I showed him the duck call, and he promptly grabbed it while I had him. It was on my lanyard, and he grabbed it, jerked my head and everything, and rah, 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 rah. He rapped on it real good and said, "Hey, where'd you get this?" And I told him Diamond Gun. They had them $2 a piece, and he said, just flung my call back at me. "Go get all they got and come back. I'll wait on you." So that was an interesting deal. So I sped across town and went back, and they only had 2 left, and they had a few more than that just an hour before when I bought it. So anyway, I got the last 2 they had and gave one to my hunting partner at the time, and kept that one and kept the one I had, and came back and tried to blow it and really wasn't good at it. And fast forward a week or so to the morning where my Jeff Foles Migrator's straight meat mallard call, it was right barely daylight, and went to call at some ducks and was really excited to be hunting that morning. And I was out of luck. My duck call came apart, and it just so happens that I had this one in my hunting bag, my blind bag. So I rummaged through it real quick and found the duck call and tried to blow it and couldn't do it. And I figured, well, I'm not doing any good anyway, so I might as well just try to figure this thing out right here. And so I kind of, blew a deep note and took it up, until I could find where this thing resonates. And within just seconds, I figured out, oh, I have to blow a little bit harder, a little bit higher pitch grunt. And some people don't grunt in their call. I do, do it. I put voice inflection into my calling when I call. So within minutes, I was like, okay, well, this is what I got to do. And, otherwise, just sit there and just maybe enjoy the morning and not kill any ducks, or maybe I'll try to figure this thing out in a have to, or sink or swim situation. And I did, and I blew a couple of notes that that I felt like I could replicate again and again, and we killed a few ducks. And then that's how this Challenger became my hunting call, my go-to call, what I take hunting with me, and my